Hi guys. Alright, you can go first.
Truth. The room is on fire and you can rescue everyone but one. Who do you believe behind?
So like I said, the questions can also be for friends too.
Yeah.
That's your question to answer.
Hmm?
I said that's your question to answer, not mine.
Hmm.
Or should I answer it?
Um, I don't know, stepbrothers.
Your stepbrother?
Yeah, leave them behind.
Okay, so that's your card. So I'm gonna go with a 1-up. Alright. What's your best or worst phone sex?
Yeah, no.
Uh I refuse to answer that one because that's personal. Your turn.
Mm. Truth. Who here talked a big game about their dating life but couldn't back it up? Nick? Um, I would say Quincy.
Okay. Uh,
You want to know?
yeah.
Hold on, bro. I'm gonna let you out.
Here. Okay.
Wow, you listen to you, it doesn't really run from me, but you run from me. Oh wow, as soon as you leave, we got a lot of people who just tuned in. 22, I think, people watching.
Yeah, 22 people. Okay. I'm gonna go for a truth. Let me open this marker back up. Okay. Who in this room is most likely to ditch their friends when they become famous?
Mm.
I can say if I became famous, I wouldn't drop my friends. Like there's only one good friend and it's Ava. Out of all my other friends, yeah, I would drop them.
Yeah.
So I get a point. It's 2-1. That ain't fair.
Truth, if you could suddenly become invincible,
Invisible.
what would you do? Mm, invincible.
Invisible means you're a ghost.
No, like invincible, tough,
Invisible.
like tough.
Invisible.
No, well, that had two meanings, but if I was a ghost, obviously I go to a wrestling place and fucking get over the bleachers or whatever the fuck, whatever the fuck they call. I don't know.
Okay, I picked truth. What's your biggest online screw up? So I'm gonna put a point. My biggest online screw up was there was this app back then that you can get on, and it was called Omegle. Well, I was talking to, you talk to strangers face to face. Me and my one friend, you know, we went ahead and was on there a whole bunch of times, and I would, you know, I always thought I was talking to young ones when it came to certain ones.
Some will say good morning. Not morning. Let's see when it is to say.
Yeah, different state.
No.
And there was this 60, 70, in between that range, old person, and we were just young, and it kind of was a screw up because both me and her still kind of talk about it to this day. Okay, it's your turn.
Truth, share a time you
Stop.
stalked someone you like. Um, obviously,
Yeah, but the thing is, you really didn't stalk me. We were on a group chat. But although you know.
what is this about?
Let me read mine and answer mine first, and then you can, okay? Then you can explain. All right. One up. Satisfactorily, most people have been caught while masturbating. Tell us about the time you were caught. Nope. That is. Nope. But you can go ahead and explain to that person.
Basically, we're doing hot ones, but we're not eating anything hot or doing the hot sauce. We're just answering the cards and the questions.
The one ups, and then we're also answering the truths.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's your turn, Ben.
Truth, what's one memory you'd like to forget forever? And I'm gonna say this with honesty and no fucking respect. Fucking 12-year-old memory I want to forget for the rest of my fucking life. To try to, after I shoot the biggest star on my YouTube channel and be like, this is my channel now. Yeah, ain't yours for the last 6 years. I won't forget that memory that I met her.
What? Okay, I'm picking a truth. Some folks just aren't cool under pressure. Who here is the least chill? What's the meaning of chill again? I forget. Like, like calm and stuff. Is that what chill means? Well, my grandfather. G-pop.
Your turn?
No, it's your turn.
True. Have you ever been called out from farting? No, because I do that shit out in public.
Truth. Have you ever come close to failing a class? Which one? So, back in middle school or high school, we had two classes for languages. Spanish, and German. You know, I didn't come close to failing Spanish because, I failed that straight away. But I have some German in me, and I was a tiny bit close with failing my German class, but I didn't because I'm just so good. Wait, when it came to the farting one, did you answer that one?
Yeah.
Okay. And I forgot to give you.
Truth. Tell us about a time you hooked up with someone you shouldn't have.
Tarzan.
Yeah.
Ellie, Quincy.
Oh my god, why can I not pronounce her name? Messed up right now.
Regina?
No. I'll never date her.
Excuse you.
Oh my god, what the fuck is her name? That's gonna bother me. Dude, I honestly can't talk. Like, I don't know. It's like I don't know her name.
I mean, you answered the question. You said yes.
Yeah. Tirza.
I said Tarzan.
Yeah, Tarzan. Tirza. I wish I never hooked up with Tirza because she fucked me up 2 times. She took a lot of money away from me. Had me buy her a dress and didn't get my money back because she took the tag off it. But yeah, and tried to fake being my friend on track when we had to do track after we broke up. But yet again, you still cheered for me. That's fucking smart.
Alright, I picked truth and it says make up your own question. Anything goes. So, when you get to this card, okay, you'll give it to the other person. Alright? And you're going to ask them a question.
Mm-hmm.
Since it's third round, though. So, what question you got for me, Ben? Anything goes.
Have you ever thought about becoming a wrestler one day?
I did when I was young. Okay, I did when I was young. I really wanted to become a wrestler. Only because of Beth Phoenix, Kelly Kelly, what the fuck is her one name? Not AJ. Oh, Paige. And then some of the male wrestlers, Rey Mysterio, Cody Rhodes, Goldust, Big Show, and Ryback. So yeah. Here's your turn, Beth.
True. Who in this room would crush you in a lift contest?
Wait, let me see.
uh,
Oh.
I've crushed this one.
Who in this room would crush you? It would be crushing. So who do you think would crush you in a lifting contest?
Oh, definitely not you.
Yeah. I'm thinking either your dad or Quincy.
Dad. Not Quincy.
Yeah, 6 points already, babe. Don't forget you also have the phone. Truth. What's the biggest secret you've kept from your parents? That's gonna be. I don't want to say it on their phone. There's no sense in my mouth. Oh, the biggest secret. Hold on. The biggest secret I've kept from my parents was because I was scared to tell them because I didn't know how they would feel because I was 19 when this happened. And then, well, no, it was 20 when it happened. This thingy was 20. Yeah, when he proposed to me for as my birthday and Valentine's gift. I was scared to tell my parents. Okay, bye. Later.
34 people watching. What up, everybody? Like the video and everything. One up. What was your worst nickname growing up? Little Fish.
Oh, I wish that was mine. I wish I chose that one.
Because, little backstory of it. My cousin called my dad Uncle Fish. Because, I don't know, we swam like fishes or we just thought the name was pretty cool and funny. So when I was born, they called me, well, my uncle
Excuse you.
called me Little Fish or Joe Fish. So,
See, if I had that, you know what mine would be? T Swift. Because of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends used to call me Taylor Swift. Alright, one up. Bathroom shouldn't be hard to find, but sometimes shit happens. Share a time where you cracked your pants accidentally. I've never told you this name, but I will answer it. I think it was in 5th, 6th, or 7th grade. It was one of those grades. I had to use the bathroom very, very badly, and the teacher wasn't paying attention. And so I had to get my teacher's teacher aide. I had to get her attention and be like, hey, I need to use bathroom like right now. And I didn't make it, and so I had to go to the nurse's office, and the nurse's office called my other grandfather, called Papa, and he took me over to my Grammy's house, and because I was so embarrassed to go back home, and they took care of me. But the reason why we went to Grammy's house was because I don't feel comfortable saying it out loud in front of them. That's why. Alright, your turn, babe. Oh, before you answer that question, can you give me another Sharpie? Because this one's starting to run out.
Yeah.
I would say the red one or whatever color. Yeah, give me like a few so that way I have options. Okay.
Truth, who's your hottest friend?
Who is it?
I ain't got no hot friends. Because
Lindsay?
I'm not friends with females.
I told you you could be friends with females. It doesn't bother me.
Who?
I said it doesn't bother me if you had a female friend.
I just don't like females to have friends in my school in general.
Okay. Did you answer it or no?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
So you answered it?
Yeah.
Okay, truth. What's the best prank you've ever pulled off? So, I pranked him and my dad with the same thing. I pranked both of them and I told them I was pregnant. He thought it was true. And my dad flipped out, and because I was going to go to my grandparents this weekend. And my dad's like, I'm glad you're only joking because I would have killed you. Not like physically kill me, but like in a father way. You know how fathers are protective. But, go ahead. Okay. You do.
Truth, tell us a secret no one knows about you. Um, that I may or may not have a lot of fences going to cool places without nobody knowing. So it's always my secret.
So, like, trespassing fences?
Yes.
Oh, I've done it before. With
Wow.
friends. It's not that bad, but I'll still give you a point. You answered it.
Yeah, me and my friends were fucking wild.
You got 8 points. So. Truth. We can only have one best friend. Tell us who yours is. Well, of course, my best friend Neva. We've been friends over 4 years now. And we had one fight because I called her a bitch and her mom found out. Her mom yelled at me and I was young. So, I cried. But we were like friends like few days after that happened, after our argument. But she's a very cool friend. She's there when I need her. Your turn.
Truth, what's the most scared you've ever been? Clowns or bears attacks? Count. Bears. I don't like fucking bears. Clowns don't scare me.
Well, I mean, anything. Like, the clowns and bears and attacks, they count. They're just letting you know that.
Um, I play scary games and I get jump scares.
1-1. If the world was ending next week, what are the most insane things you would do in those 7 days? Okay. 7 things I gotta do. Cliff diving, bungee jumping, go play in a waterfall, go to Tokyo, go to Germany, meet my favorite singers, but also rappers too, and meet my favorite wrestlers. We're tied, babe. Go ahead. It's your turn.
Truth, what's the most terrible you've ever gotten into with the law or at school? When I threatened people in school since they wouldn't stop fucking with me or bullying me or getting involved in business they should not have gotten themselves involved with.
Truth. Why did your last relationship end? Give us the juicy details. Cause it's funny. It was his old best friend. Well, his old friend. I didn't know. But he likes to threaten females. And he's a scumbag.
Truth, make up your own quizzes, anything goes.
Questions, you mean?
Yeah.
Um, what was your first thought about me on FaceTime and your first thought about me on our first date? Honest answer, babe.
That we could have shared our first moment when we had our first date and met you and all that. I thought I finally found myself a real fiance and a real future wife for someone to get married with.
Yeah, I'm glad you were honest. Truth. Who in this room is more negative than positive? I'm sorry, babe. I gotta go with you. I'm sorry. The negative things is when you think I'm gonna block you or break up with you. That's pretty negative. Are you okay that I said that?
Mm-hmm.
Are you upset? It's your turn, Mr. Harriet.
Truth, who in this room could whoop you in a fight with one hand tied behind their backs? My dad.
A truth. At what age do you want to have kids? I ain't answering that. Your turn.
Truth, how many sexual partners have you had? No
Rounding up.
rounding allowed. Not answering that.
1 up. Ever thought someone was pregnant when they weren't? Sherry, time you mistook someone for something they're not. So I was in the mall one time and I was with my stepdad and I looked at him and I said, "Look, that girl is pregnant. I hope she's okay." She wasn't pregnant. She was fat. Your turn.
Truth, if you woke up tomorrow as the
Opposite sex.
opposite sex, what's the first thing you'll do? Not answering.
Why not?
Cause
Be personal.
yes.
Truth. Who's the most surprising person to slide into your text messages, DMs, or inbox? One of my ex-boyfriends. Hunter. Even though I have him blocked, it would still be crazy for him. Fucking do that shit. Your turn, bro.
Truth, everyone has their
Insecurities.
insecurities. What are two of yours? I don't know.
Well, at least you gave me an answer. Truth. Name a family member of one of the players here that you'd sleep with. None of my family members. Even if they're step siblings, I wouldn't. There's a little bit too much of an Alabama person. Your turn. I'm just moving him up.
Truth, make up your own questions. Anything goes.
So I'll put that over in your pile. What is one of the scariest things you think that you're afraid of when it comes to a haunted house place?
Um, when the actors actually when they actually get to interact with you and do things to you, like having real chainsaws up to you or real knives, or they give you medicine, or they put bugs on you, or lock you in cages, or lock you in rooms, like that'd be my main scariest thing because you never know what's gonna happen, what's gonna go on.
Okay. Truth. Who in this room can wipe the floor with you in a trash talking battle? I don't think nobody. You don't win.
If they challenge.
You don't win. I always win those battles. Okay, your turn.
God, I hope I don't answer.
You have basically been. Yours is more truth than anything.
Truth. What's your best pickup line? Pickup line like, "Oh, you so goddamn fine."
Yeah, that's something a guy would do. Truth. If you had to have an affair with a male and a female, who would you pick? No celebrities allowed. Well, that sucks. I wanted to pick a celebrity.
Alright, I'm probably gonna answer one more. Not answer one.
Well, don't forget you have the one-ups.
Tell the room what you think is your hottest physical features. I don't know.
Here. I'll answer the rest of the truth. There ain't much there in that pile. You can do that one. Okay, it's my turn. Truth. Who do you like better, grandpa or grandma? My grandma.
One up. Drinking can be fun until the next morning. Arrival tell us about a time you drunk too much and what happened.
I didn't even know that question was in there. I didn't even read all of them. You don't drink, right?
No.
Okay. I'll still put a mark because you did answer it. Truth. What's your biggest fail moment playing a sport? So I did play baseball. Well, Little League. But I really didn't have a fail moment at all. Like, I think I did pretty good.
One up. What are the craziest extremes you went through to get alcohol as a minor? Yet again, I don't do that stuff.
You find the magical lamp. What are your 3 wishes? To meet my favorite wrestlers. To have a child in the future. And also become a either songwriter or become a book writer.
One up. Have you ever gotten an insane email from a
College league.
college? Tell us about it. No, because I'm not doing that.
Out of out of everyone in the room, who do you think looks the best naked? You can only pick one. Pick someone you haven't seen naked. No one, because that would be wrong to say about one of my girls.
Alright,
Plus, I don't see nobody naked like that.
I'm gonna choose one more. One up. Have you ever waved at someone random thinking they were waving at you? Tell us about your
Cringiest
cringiest public
encounter.
encounters with a stranger. When I was at different track events and I had different people waving at me and I thought they were, but they weren't.
Okay, I'll do 4 more. Okay. Tell the story of the first time you. I never did that. Okay, I'm not gonna do words anymore. That was my last one. Go ahead and, before I answer these last 3, go ahead and put that over there so that way when we do this again, we, have it. And there's the Sharpies. Okay, if you could be something other than human, what would you be? A cheetah, because a cheetah runs super fast. What's the most you've ever spent on a gift for your significant other? Did the relationship last? I bought him a gift that was like almost like over $50, and I wouldn't say he had a fit about it, but he tells me really not to buy anything for him. But now if I go ahead and buy something for him, he's like, make sure it's not over $50, which I'm okay with, because you know that's how some people are in relationships. They don't want you to spend much money on them. Who is the worst kisser you've ever kissed? All of my exes. What's the craziest lie you've ever told to get out of a task or a commitment? Sometimes I'll lie about my ankle hurting or my back hurting or my knee hurting, just to get out of not needing to help anyone. Or also, I'll pretend I'm sick and not feeling good just to get out of babysitting a sibling and a dog. Alright, my last one. Have you ever walked in on someone having sex? Who? My mom having sex with my stepdad. And it's something I do not want to remember at all.
Alright.
I'll clean this up.
To be continued on Hot Ones. We'll see you on in this one.